Hello, guys. Got another fantastic apprentice interview for you now. I am very excited about this one, and this lady has got a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of experience in her industry, and it's very exciting. The work that she's doing at the moment. Now, I'm really looking forward to this interview. So it's with great delight that I want to introduce you to Bushra Shaikh.
Hi.
Hello, thank you so very much. I appreciate how busy you guys are at the moment. So thank you so very much for just giving us this short amount of time. Do you want to, for everyone who's watched the series or hasn't watched the series, do you want to tell everyone a bit about what you do I'm going to say, in your normal life?
Yeah, of course. Well, look, you're Richard kindly introduced me. I'm Bushra Sheikh. I'm actually the owner of a modest fashion brand called Isla. And it is a modest brand that is there for kind of everybody. We design and manufacture, source all our fabrics ourselves, and we produce trendy collections available to anybody and everybody that likes our clothing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I must admit, just before the interview, I was having a flick through, and I was just amazed at the range you've got there. So, and you haven't really been going that long either.
No, so Isla's actually only 1 year old. We launched last year at the end of October, so it's the birthday as such at the moment. We've had experience, well, I mean, myself, I've kind of been in the industry for a very long time. I've worked with lots of brands and visual merchandising, in fabric sourcing. And then it just kind of took another direction because my background history is with fashion design and textiles. And then sort of putting those things together after 10 years, it was, I think, the right time to launch our own brand.
Wow. Wow, amazing, amazing. And I'm guessing that along the way that you've received some guidance, some mentoring.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fortunate, I think, for me that I've worked with lots of brands, and amongst those brands, I've had people that have been in the industry themselves for like 15, 20 years plus. And it's from that experience that they have that they pass on to you that you're able to then go and work in those fields. Get everything under your belt in that experience when it comes to, especially in fashion, where you go from such a basic thing like a sketch on a paper to a finished product on a person. You go through 10 different stages before you get to the final piece. So in this industry, I'd say it's paramount to have a mentor somewhere, even if it's just one along the way, to kind of help that journey.
Definitely, definitely. And I don't think you're alone there at all.
Yeah.
Certainly with creative industries, it's all, and very much what you're doing. I very much respect as one of the arts, because that is effectively what you're talking about. Now, tell us what mentoring means to you.
Mentoring, what mentoring means to me, I think it is one of those things that is crucial to running successful businesses, working as a successful person. It's so important that what we learn, we should pass on to other people, because it's not that easy to go into a field and realize straight away what you have to do. Sometimes it's the people that have worked there, people might have, been there for 1 year or been there for 15 years. Those are the people that can really help you in your ways, I guess. Yeah, I think it's just important because, as you know, you can be a young person, you can be an older person, but it's experience that is key. And as a mentor, you would have had that experience that you can then pass on.
Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. So, is there a particular mentor that's influenced your life?
I've had lots of mentors. I mean, I'd probably start with my mum being the first one, just because she was just so independent, and she always said, if there's something you want to do, don't let anything stop you from doing it. So that was the first thing that I had. Then after that, I'd probably say when I went on and I worked for a clothing brand called Topshop, and being in Topshop made me realize amongst the fashion industry, especially a buyer, that you are able to travel the world, you're able to go to these markets, go and pick up all your fabrics, and don't be afraid to do that. It might be out of your comfort zone, but sometimes you need to do that to go and learn. So then that's when I realized that actually sometimes you can do those things that you think that you're not capable of doing, like traveling by yourself or going on an aeroplane by yourself. So those small things. And then most recently, I'd probably say that a lady who won the British Bake Off in 2015, Nadia Hussain, she's been a distant mentor to me, I guess, just because she loved to do something and she decided to put herself out there and just risk really everything and say, I'm just going to go for it. So yeah, I'd probably say her at the moment.
Absolutely. It's so true. It's so true. Now, all of this on your journey, now, at some point, I'm guessing it was around the same time that you started Isla, you decided to apply for the Apprentice.
Yes, that's quite interesting actually, because you know what, I genuinely believe that certain things happen in life for a reason. And I've watched the show since I was, well, I'm not going to give away my age, but I've watched it for a very long time, and I never ever thought that I would be on the show itself. But you know what? I think that's something that has just happened, and it was meant to be. And it was through the fact that I kind of put my fears aside and I decided to launch a brand. I decided to invest a lot of money in my company, and at the same time I invested in myself, and I ended up on one of the biggest shows on the BBC, I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell us what you're hoping to achieve from getting mentored by Lord Sugar.
Right, so what I'm hoping for is the fact that someone who's been in such a successful industry and a successful business, who owns multiple companies, that can maybe just teach us the right way to do things. So when it comes to growing a business, how you can take something small and develop it into a national brand or even a global brand. So for Modest Fashion, it doesn't just stop here. It's huge. It's a huge market, east, west, everywhere. So for me personally, I would really like that advice of how you can scale a company into a bigger size, and maybe bringing other investors on board as well to the company.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I was just reflecting on how actually also the other program that's on television is, where you probably benefit from is probably Dragon's Den as well with Tuka Suleiman.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's a tycoon in that industry when it comes to producing and manufacturing and fabrics. He would be probably the ideal person for me to get in touch with. Hopefully, after this, maybe we'll have something on LinkedIn.
What do you think are the main outcomes of receiving mentoring? You know, particularly when it comes to your business.
So, what the actual main outcome from?
From receiving mentoring. So if you were, if you're fortunate enough to win, what do you think? How do you think it would affect your business? How do you think it would affect you?
It will affect me personally hugely, because it will boost, firstly, your confidence. You will have someone alongside that's working with you potentially that can direct you in the right way, put you into contact and links to people in the industry. So, you know, you could be working alongside somebody that's been working with brands that have been running for like 20 or 30 years. And especially in the clothing industry, it's all down to quantity and quality. So if I was to win, I'd probably say that it's just having that person to have the support and the guidance and the contact there. So if you need any questions answered, to put you in the right direction, that's kind of available to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm really sorry, we're kind of running out of time here now. So I just want to ask you, what do you think the future of mentoring is?
I think the future of mentoring is huge. I think this is something that needs to be incorporated so much more in the education department, in schools, in universities. I think mentoring is, it runs alongside the same as experience. People say if you want to get a job, you need to have experience in it first, but also if you're experienced a little bit and you've had a mentor or mentoring at some stage, that is going to boost an individual so much, especially in business, in jobs, in maybe just simply at the kind of interview stage. If you were mentored to be able to conduct a good interview, you probably end up getting really, really good jobs, where some people fail because they lack confidence. So definitely it's a thumbs up for me, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, thank you very much. Thank you. And thank you for your time. Now, if people want to get in touch, if people want to see the collection, how do they do that?
Right, it's really simple. Our brand is online. It's www.islacollection.com. So you can go online, you can find us on Instagram at Isla Official and Facebook and on Twitter.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And I'm right, Isla is two eyes, isn't it?
Isla's two I's, spelled IILA.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much for your time. It's been an absolute delight, and I've completely loved our conversation. I feel that we could keep going on forever if we weren't just wasting time.
Lovely. Thank you, Richard, so much. Honestly, it has been an absolute pleasure anytime.